Welcome to A Damn Good Question, the weekly broadcast that helps you understand the top news stories with a conservative twist.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to A Damn Good Question podcast. Sitting across from me, as always, friend, co-host, bodyguard, sidekick, superhero in his own right, third richest man in the world, and forgotten member of the Bee Gees, Mark.
Yeah. You know,
Why'd you leave the band?
what?
Why'd you leave the band?
They were kind of jealous. I had the good falsetto, and they, you know, they were having problems because they were maturing.
They were mature.
And, one day Robin comes in, "Hi, how you guys doing?" And my voice changed.
Oh. And
It was hard.
Yeah. And I'm, of course, your forever host, SGD. And as you can tell, Mark has no idea what I'm going to say at the cold opening there of what his latest adventure was or what he is.
Nope.
So we get raw reaction from him. Actually, Mark has no idea what I'm saying the entire day.
Yeah.
So
I don't even. Who are you, by the way? Have I ever met you?
That in itself, Mark, is a damn good question.
Okay. Well, you want to talk about the ballroom.
Hey, the ballroom. Construction continues on the ballroom. Yes, it's not just a ballroom. I think that secret has finally come out. It's not just a ballroom. Underneath is a dang it, man. Underneath is a military bunker, but of course, people are all up in arms about that. Of course, you need a bunker. There's situation rooms and bunkers at the White House already. So you need more room for military action that goes on at the White House? Yeah. What's the problem? Like they didn't care anything of what Barack Obama did when he decided that he needed to have a basketball court put in. And nobody raised a stink. Nobody said a word. This is a ballroom that's going to get used by every president afterwards.
It's embarrassing that we don't have one.
Yes, and
you're tents and porta potties.
Yeah, when you say ballroom, you're thinking, oh, a place for them to dance. No, it's not just that. It's to host dinners and dignitaries. And Mark's absolutely right. What they do now is put up tents and porta potties.
Well, the other thing is we could have,
which of course is better than most of the bathrooms that most of these dignitaries from foreign countries come from.
He could host drag queen shows now too.
Oh.
Think of that.
Yeah, he probably.
Well, the next.
Biden did.
Yeah, the next.
He had topless drag queens on the White House lawn. Jeez, didn't see anybody up in arms about that.
Yep.
In the media.
Yeah.
The media.
Yep. So anyway, ballroom was okay.
Yeah.
By the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
The fact that it had to go to the Supreme Court. Had to go to the Supreme Court. It's ridiculous. What the heck?
Yeah. Chief Justice Roberts said, no. Keep it going. I'm sure they're not done with it. I'm sure they're not done hearing. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Such a waste of taxpayers' money and time.
Now, if it was Biden or Barack's idea,
I would still be all for it.
Everybody would.
I would be all for it.
Why people would even be close to being against it is beyond me.
You know why.
No, anything Trump wants.
Yep. Orange man bad.
Yeah, Orange man is bad. Well, you want to talk about beef?
Yeah. One of my favorite things to eat.
Cow.
Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great marketing campaign.
Yeah.
Beef. It's what's for dinner. So Trump has suspended tariffs on beef for 90 days.
Oh.
To help bring down the price of beef in the United States. And who's mad about it?
Well, everybody. Probably.
The big meat packers are mad about it. That he put tariffs on beef, and now he's going to take the tariffs off. Ooh, we're going to flood the U.S. market. You can't flood the U.S. market when we don't have the supply right now, and all the reports and everybody keeps saying we don't have enough cows. We don't. Our stock is way down. It's the lowest they've been in years and years, and that's all because a couple years ago, thanks to global warming, thanks to global warming, there was some really bad winters out west, and it killed off some huge amount of cows. And cows aren't like pigs. You can have pig after pig after pig after pig very quickly. You can have multiple litters in a year. Cows, you're going to get 1, 2 a year. That's how it's going to go. You've got to. It's going to take time. Mm-hmm. So the Packers are mad. Oh, it's going to affect U.S. The cattle people won't be able to. It's going to affect them. This should buy them time. Should buy the American people time to allow the U.S. cattle ranchers to get their herds up. That's what this. Obviously, 90 days isn't going to be enough to do that. Yeah. But we should help the American cattle rancher buy a bunch of cattle to bring into the U.S. to increase our herd to raise here.
I was just thinking
that would be the smart idea.
Quarter pounder with cheese could go down in price, but then I remembered they don't use beef.
That's true.
So Irana
Sarutska. It's been 1 year since her killing on a light rail in Charlotte, North Carolina. 1 year since that, but we're still a month away from the time that anybody ever found out about it. Because if you remember, we had called in to the show last year, mm-hmm. and our sponsor and friend down in North Carolina, who lives in the Charlotte area, said hearing about it on our show was the first time he had heard about it, and that was 3 weeks after it had happened.
Yes. Yeah.
Because they media blackout the whole thing. Why? Because who was involved? Pretty little white girl killed by a deranged black man on a train.
She was a European, right?
Ukrainian. She had fled Ukraine's war,
right.
Came here
to get killed.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Have her throat slit.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. But it is really shedding a light on one of the problems, because since then, North Carolina has seen a very big uptick in violence. And the violence is all coming from the same demographic that we talk about, and the FBI statistics say that, if we take these 3% of the people and lock them up, the crime rate in the United States would drop by 95%. And I bring you to one. Dequan Schaefer Hunt is an example of that. A failure to hold repeat offenders responsible. Hunt, who is 32, has been arrested on charges at least 9 times since 2023. 9 times. Records show July 30th, he was arrested for assault. Punched a woman on a Charlotte sidewalk before fleeing. The woman suffered serious but non-life-threatening injuries.
I'm sure she deserved it.
I'm sure she did. I'm sure she did. His probably arrest record
probably said something like "Good morning."
Yeah.
Good morning.
Or or probably she paid the price for walking while white.
Oh, yeah. How dare you?
Yeah, how dare you? He was arrested in December of 2025 involving charges of assault with a deadly weapon. So if you're arrested in December of 2025, what are you doing on the streets with assault with a deadly weapon? What are you doing on the streets in July of 2026?
Wouldn't know. There must have not been any room at the jail.
Oh, yeah. Deadly weapon, communicating threats, second-degree trespass, and 2 counts of carrying a concealed weapon. Which she's already a felon. Records also list a September 2025 assault charge, a March 2025 assault charge on a female. In 2024, he was arrested in cases involved alleged violations of a domestic violence protection order, break-in and entering, and injury to personal property. He is a felon with at least 6 additional misdemeanor convictions and is still out on the streets. And people wonder why crime is up in this country. These people, I don't care. It's all about social justice and that, he's black and he needs to have been given chances. No, I don't care the color of their skin. I don't care where they're from. I don't care how bad of a broken home they come from. I don't care that mommy and daddy didn't love them enough as a child. Prison is where they belong. And when prisons start to become overran, we got two options: death penalty or escape from New York.
Well, you know, back in the day, England had a solution.
Yep, shipped them all to Australia.
Australia, and look how
That's what we're going to do. The island of Manhattan, escape from New York.
Send them all to Mandani.
Yeah, you've seen Escape from New York. Come on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
Great movie.
Yeah, great movie. Great movie. But we can't put up. We can't allow this to continue to happen. There used to be a time when I was a kid, you'd go outside and play all day, all night. You never had to worry about anything ever happened to you.
Nope.
You didn't have to be supervised. You could just be. You can't be an adult walking down the street in a major city anymore, and especially by yourself, and not expect to get hurt in some way, shape, or form. This is the United States of America. We're the greatest country ever on the face of this planet, except for maybe Atlantis.
Yeah, Atlantis was great.
Yeah, that's what I hear. And to put up with this is third worldism.
Well,
El Salvador has figured this out. How can we not figure it out?
You know, it's not everywhere in this country.
No.
There is a particular part of this country that it's happening.
Oh, you mean places ran by Democrats?
Oh.
And Democrat prosecutors and judges?
Well, wait till the Democratic Socialists get in charge, like New York.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see it fixed by then. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem.
You know, that's yeah.
You
for
know,
sure.
let them have it. It's too bad, though, because New York used to be a nice city to go visit.
Yes. Who was running it at that time?
Ooh, I don't know.
Giuliani.
Back when I was there, it was somebody else, but Giuliani fixed it up.
Cleaned up the crime. They enforced the broken window policy. If there's a broken window, it's probably because something's going on and you need to investigate. And because they did that, and they prosecuted people, and they held them accountable, and they put them away, New York became one of the safest major cities in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it now.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Terrible.
Okay. Well, what else do you have? Anything? Are you done?
Yeah. Dear members of the press,
I like those people.
who are definitely here in spirit, even if not in body, probably fact-checking this speech or missing context as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
We gathered today to celebrate the institution so consistently wrong that if they told me that water was wet, I'd check 3 independent sources and still bring a towel. I'm talking, of course, about our brave, noble, never admitting they're wrong mainstream media. Let's start with the classics, shall we? Remember Nancy Pelosi said, you have to pass the Obamacare bill to find out what's in it? The media just nodded along like that was perfectly normal. Like buying a house and only getting the inspection report after you've signed the mortgage.
Sure.
If you like your plan, you can keep your plan. They repeated straight-faced, while millions of Americans watched their insurance cards turn into collector's items. PolitiFact finally called it the lie of the year in 2013, which in media speak is we probably should have mentioned this before the law passed, but oopsies. Then we had the Iraq War. The New York Times gave us Judith Miller's greatest hits. Iraq definitely has WMDs, volumes 1 through 17. The Times later apologized, which was big of them, considering the minor details that was spent $1 trillion and thousands of lives based on their Pulitzer-worthy fiction. But they at least said they're sorry. That makes it better, right?
Yeah.
Right?
All forgiven.
But nothing, and I mean nothing, compares to the Steele dossier. For 2 solid years, our media friends treated Christopher Steele like he was Moses, coming down from the mountain with stone tablets. Trump colluded with Russia. They shouted from every screen, every headline, every breathless panel discussion. The Mueller report came out, no credible evidence of collusion. Suddenly, it was like the dossier never happened.
Well, it never did.
It never did. And who was it paid for by? Hillary Clinton. And who was it okayed by? Barack Obama. Knowing that, and both of them knew it was false.
And why are they not in jail?
That's another damn good question. CNN didn't just move the goalposts. They packed them up, put them in storage, and pretended they'd been talking about something else entirely the whole time. And who can forget the Hunter Biden laptop? 51 former intelligence officers signed a letter calling it Russian disinformation. The media ran with that like gospel. Twitter banned the story. Facebook supported it and suppressed it. NPR explicitly said they weren't covering it because they didn't want to help Trump. Then, shockingly, the laptop turned out to be real. Hunter's lawyer is even now using it as evidence. NPR CEO called ignoring it a mistake. A mistake like forgetting to buy milk. Except instead of milk, it was the president's son's potential corrupt business dealings. And instead of cereal being dry, it was American democracy decaying. The COVID lab leak theory. Oh, that was debunked. Misinformation. Conspiracy theory. Facebook banned people for suggesting it. The entire scientific community apparently knew within weeks that the virus definitely, absolutely, 100% came from a wet market and not the coronavirus research lab located literally ground zero of the outbreak. Now, the White House is investigating the lab leak. The fact checkers had to issue corrections, but don't worry. I'm sure they'll get the next pandemic right. Sure. Sure they got to. The coveting Catholic kids. Remember them? The media saw a 30-second clip of a teenager smiling and described him as the face of white American racism. They doxed the minors. They sent death threats to children. Then the full video came out, and it turns out the kids were the ones being harassed. And I'll be honest, I said that the minute I saw the video, and I saw people screaming about it. When they first showed me the video, I had kids about that age at that time. I said, that kid doesn't look smug. He looks scared. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what he's doing. This Indian guy is in his face, chanting in his face. The kid didn't know what to do.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, George, what were those white kids going on a field trip to Washington for? What is that about?
Yeah.
Man, white privilege.
Yeah, white privilege. God bless you.
Everybody's sneezing today.
The Atlantic wrote, the media botched, bless you, the coveting Catholic story. Well, you think? That's like saying water is wet or that Titanic had some design flaws. Yeah, they botched it. And they did it on purpose because it fit their narrative. Jussie Smollett told us that MAGA hat-wearing attackers recognized him at 2 a.m. in Chicago during a polar vortex. They shouted, "This is MAGA country," while carrying bleach and nooses.
Yeah, Chicago.
In Chicago. 2 white guys in MAGA hats. The media treated this like it was the Pentagon Papers, right? I mean, every anchor nodded along solemnly about the epidemic of hate. Robin, what's her last name? Robin sat there while Jesse explained it to her from the Today Show. Oh, Good Morning America.
Yeah.
Sat there while he explained it to her, and the fake tears in his eyes, and she's like, "Beautiful, Jesse. It's beautiful. Beautiful bullshit."
it's beginning to be the racism in this country are the black people, not the white people. Racism is.
Thank you for finally joining the show, Mark, and figuring that.
Yep.
We've
And
been talking about that for a while.
we white people need to stand up for ourselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're tired of these black, brown, and green people.
And white people.
And mostly we're tired of these white people.
White, liberal, women.
I am a racist. I don't like white people. White women. White liberal women, yeah. These people are crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else you got?
Well, it turns out that he hired the two guys to fake it, right? And the media's response, who could have known? Well, anyone who asked why racists would be fans of empires, for starters, who would even recognize him at 2 a.m. in Chicago coming out of a subway.
You know, if you ever get chance on YouTube, watch the Dave Chappelle skit on that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or why two white guys in MAGA hats are walking around in the middle of Chicago. We just talked about crime.
Dave Chappelle got it down pat. He really did.
Then you got Trump's very fine people quote.
Oh, yeah.
They played that clip for years, conveniently editing out the part where he said, I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and white nationalists because they should be condemned totally.
You know, I know a lot of neo-Nazi white supremacist people, and they are very nice people.
Hey, but why let context get in the way of a good narrative, right?
Why wouldn't they be very nice people just because they have a political view?
That's
you
true.
know, come on,
that's
folks.
true. That's
you
true.
know, the Islamic people have even a stronger view. A lot of black people have an even stronger. You know,
the Black Panthers.
Shut up, people. They're nice people too. The KKK has some very nice people. I hope we go viral with that. You know, and the KKK is a Democratic Party.
The KKK have some very nice people that work for them, and it's called the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Yeah, right.
Who's been paying them?
I mean,
and keeping them alive for years.
Those guys are watching us, and they're paying that group, so they must be okay.
They must be
very nice people.
They must be to give them millions of dollars to show up and try to be part of things on purpose. They must be great people. The Border Patrol whipping migrants. The photographer himself said they weren't whipping anyone, but the president condemned them anyways. The media ran with whipping for days before quietly admitting, whoops, they were just horse reins. No kidding. But by then, they had already had the outrage cycle, so mission accomplished, and they suspended the Border Patrol officer.
But why weren't they whipping these people?
I agree.
I would have put them out there with whips. That would have kept them off the border.
Do what Poland's doing. Put our guys out there with guns. Look how quickly that stops.
Sure. You know,
everybody has seen the video, I think, now of the Polish border guards shooting legal migrants trying to cross into their border.
You know,
they have no right.
We want all the legal immigrants that we can get, but illegal, yeah, shoot them.
Yep,
good idea.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
The whole, he crossed state lines with an illegal weapon, they told us. He was a white supremacist vigilante. He was acquitted on all counts. The weapon never crossed state lines. He lived in Kenosha. The men he shot were white. That's another inconvenient fact.
That's because Kyle's
all three of them.
Yeah, and Kyle's a racist.
One of them was a child molester. What a shame.
Well, there you go. Good people.
Yeah, MSNBC still calls him a white supremacist because they let a jury verdict interfere with your storyline. You know, why let a jury verdict interfere with your storyline?
Why let the truth?
Yeah.
Interfere.
Speaking of the truth, BLM riots.
Oh my God.
CNN literally stood in front of burning buildings and called them mostly peaceful protests. Mostly peaceful.
Well, you know, it's math. When there's 100 people protesting and 10 of them are burning down buildings and killing people, then that is, most of them, 90%, are peaceful.
Yeah,
It's math.
it's math.
It's math.
Is that Common Core math?
It's math.
But calling this mostly peaceful is like calling the Hindenburg mostly safe, right? Calling the Titanic mostly above water.
Mostly.
$2 billion in damages, dozens of people killed. But sure, mostly peaceful. Mostly. Critical race theory. It's not being taught in schools, they assured us. That's a right-wing conspiracy. Then parents started showing up to school board meetings with screenshots of their kids' homework. And suddenly the narrative shifted to, okay, it's happening, but it's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not. You wouldn't say that if the race theory was being taught the other way. You just wouldn't.
You know, this country is the least racist country in the world.
I know.
The fact that we assimilate like we do.
Well, we stopped making people assimilate, and that's the problem.
The melting pot. But
we don't make them assimilate now. That's the problem.
We got to stop that. It doesn't work.
Yeah, I agree.
You cannot melt two radically different cultures.
Well, that's the whole thing. The culture they're supposed to join our culture and not have their own.
We have a culture.
And this multiculturalism is a failure. It always has been, always will be.
Apple pie and baseball.
The Gretchen Whitmer kidnapping plot.
Oh.
Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Far-right extremists, they say. Organic terrorism. Then we find out that most of it was planned by FBI informants who planned the whole thing, talked these guys into doing the whole thing, and so much so that the jury acquitted two of the guys because, surprise, it was entrapment.
Yep.
Yeah. And Trump's bleach comments. He asked a question about disinfectant research during a briefing, and the media reported he was telling people to inject bleach to get rid of COVID.
Actually,
they're still running with that one. Actually,
that probably isn't a bad idea. I think bleach probably would have killed it better than the shot.
Yeah,
and probably would be safer for you in the long run.
Yeah,
than those shots.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, the jabs.
But you know what, Mark? Some lies are just too good to give up.
Oh yeah. When you got a good lie going, as Hitler said,
okay,
you keep it going.
So what's the pattern here? Well, it's not that the media makes mistakes. One. Which one?
It just came out.
Oh, I missed there's a whole bunch.
Yeah, but the January 6th hoax.
Oh, well, of course that's a hoax.
There was what, 20, how many informers? FBI
paid informers and agitators who pushed people toward, and that somehow Trump told people to go.
And
no.
The whole January 6th thing was nothing. Not compared
that you were armed rioters is also a good one.
Yeah, it was nothing. It was
nobody had weapons.
It was a protest that got a little bit out of control, and a little bit out of control. Little compared to all the other rioting and crap that goes on. A little bit out of control. Yep. And you know what? The response and what those people were put through and ruined their lives and everything.
Put in jail without a trial or without bond for over 2 years.
It's a travesty.
Some of them longer. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So what's the pattern here? It's not that the media makes mistakes. People make mistakes. That happens. Everyone makes mistakes. It's that the mistakes only go in one direction. It's that the fact checkers are always eager to debunk stories that hurt Democrats and slow walk the corrections that hurt Republicans. It's that the retractions get 1/100th of the coverage of the false claims that began. But I'm sure the next story will be different. I'm sure they've learned their lesson. I'm sure the next time a narrative perfectly confirms everything they already believe, they'll be super skeptical and ask hard questions. And if you believe that, I have some WMDs in Iraq to sell you. Mostly peaceful WMDs that definitely aren't from a lab leak. And if you disagree, you're probably a Russian asset. Mark, Why do people keep falling for this BS?
Well, you know,
And today, that is our damn good question.
well, you know,
Thoughts?
they aren't. The press is not trusted
They
at
are.
all.
But there's enough people because they are not. There's the majority of the people in the United States are not up on current events. They don't know that they're being lied to. They just see a snippet. They see a little headline on Facebook, or they see a little thing while they're scrolling on something and think, oh, that must be real and that must be the news. Because they don't read, they don't look, they don't watch. They just see a headline run across, Trump kills baby. And that's all they see. And then the full story is Trump kills baby murderer with lethal injection. You know, that's how dumb this is.
I think most intelligent people. Okay, bottom line, there's a lot of stupid people in this country. A lot of stupid people. In fact, wasn't it Jay Leno years ago, but even today, that would go out and ask questions on the street?
Oh man,
who was the first president? Who these questions?
They go out and ask people on the street, name 2 countries other than the United States. And people can't. They'll name cities or they'll name states.
Atlanta and
Chicago
and Ohio.
Yes. Yeah.
No, there are lots and lots of stupid people in this country, and
a lot of them went to college.
And it's our education system is, and you know where I went back. You know, they've asked a question on the internet a couple times I've seen here lately. When did this all go bad? And I tell you what, they're blaming Obama. No. They're blaming the Biden. My God, no. Biden wasn't capable of doing anything. No, it all went wrong in 1962. That's when this country ended, and deservingly so. And until we get this back to where it's supposed to be, it's 1962 that everything changed and ended. And you know what happened in 1962?
What happened in 1962, Mark?
They took the Bible out of schools.
Yep.
That is the end of it, folks. We are a Christian country. Islamic people are evil and satanic, and they need to be thrown out of this country immediately. Oh, they can come to Jesus if they want. We will welcome them with open arms, folks.
Everybody
But
come to Jesus.
They are evil. And there are evil people in other parts, not just Islamic. There's other evil in this country too. But I tell you what, the Christians is the church. And you know who's prepared to go and do that? Well, not the Christian church, because Christian church sucks. They have big problems in the Christian church.
Some.
Well, there's a couple churches in this county.
Yeah.
The rest of them all suck.
Yep, I agree.
I
agree.
mean,
no, I'm just gonna stay out of it today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay out of it today.
Yeah. Anyway,
it'll be a rant for another day.
Well, you know what? If you want to find out about Jesus and the love of Jesus,
is there a book you can read?
No, but there is a podcast that we host right here called Straight Talking Coffee, and Tracy's gonna love that I'm promoting her show.
Damn good question.
But you know, that's what Christians need to do. Damn good question. People need to check her out. Straight Talking Coffee.
But she won't mention us.
No, she won't. She's a good Christian woman. She'd never mention this show. That's why we love her. So anyway, come to Jesus, folks. It's all about Jesus. It's all about Jesus. And we are trying to bring the Bible back into school where it belongs. The greatest book ever written, the most important book ever written for Western civilization. And it's not in schools.
You can start with the basics of putting the 10 Commandments back on the walls, because they used to be in every classroom. The 10 Commandments used to be in every classroom, everywhere. And it's not like the 10 Commandments is something that secular people look at and go, oh my God, you can't be putting that because No, they're just a set of laws that everyone should abide by. Of course, the sanitized version that goes on the wall isn't actually what they say. The Bible does not say "Thou shalt not kill." It says "Thou shalt not commit murder." It's totally different than "Thou shalt not kill."
Because there is a time to kill.
There is a time to kill.
and
There's a time
it's-
for peace.
Right now, it's time
Time
to
for
kill
war.
Iranians.
That's right.
I hear something's going on. I tell you what, I've kind of
Something's always
tuned
going
out.
on.
I've kind of tuned out of the whole thing.
Oh, the Strait of Hormuz is now United States territory.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say.
Who's going to stop us?
Well, and that's fine. Who is going to stop us? And we should be our territory, and they should be dead.
Actually, we should just cut the whole world off right now from the United States. Cut off the whole world from the United States. Take funding from everybody. Recall our military. Shore up our borders and say, okay, you all figure it out. We have enough resources here to run our country for another billion years. And when we peek our head out and see that all of you guys have killed each other and there's nobody left but us, we'll just take everything we want then.
It's called isolationist, and
Yeah, I'm not really for that,
and
but
not really for that. But you know what? A little bit of that might be a good thing to start doing.
might
you know,
might be
these
something
people-
that
these
brings some of these
people-
other countries
these
to get their
people are
heads out of their
Bad
asses.
people, and just. And you know what? If they piss us off and everything, let's just bomb the hell out of them. Because bombs are good. Bombs blow up and they kill people. It's good
there,
thing.
you know,
It's a
when I
good
was
thing.
when I was growing up, there was this saying that we like to use
When
all
did
the
you
time.
grow up? Okay,
Nuke them till they glow and shoot them in the dark,
there you go.
right? Or man, that'll make one great glass factory over there. When you turn all that sand to glass with one nuclear weapon. Isn't that funny? That's good
I
stuff.
think the problem is that there are people a lot of people in this country that believe dropping 2 bombs on Japan was the most horrible thing we've ever done. It was the greatest thing.
Oh,
we've
because
ever done.
people like to try and, especially the United States, people like to guilt us and try to shame us for things that we did that were right and just. Dropping those 2 bombs on Japan saved the life of every Japanese person you meet today. Because they were preparing for a ground invasion and they were teaching kids how to try and stab people with sticks and let everyone know that it was their job to die for the emperor of Japan. And they were going to. If we landed Marines there, we would have lost hundreds of thousands of Marines, but there would have been only a handful of Japanese people left by the time we were done. Because they were all going to fight until there was nobody left.
Yep.
2 big explosions later, the emperor realized that he had no path to victory.
Well, you know, my understanding is the generals were trying to convince Truman that those 2 bombs should have been dropped on Tokyo.
Yeah.
Instead,
Yeah.
it was dropped on 2 cities that were not as populated. Oh, amazing! I mean, how many people died? I forget the number, but
I
it
forget
was
the number.
hundreds of thousands. It was not millions.
No, it was not
If they
millions.
had dropped them on Tokyo, oh my God!
Yeah.
The radiation alone.
Yeah. And then, what would Godzilla destroyed?
What?
What would Godzilla have destroyed if we'd have dropped it on Tokyo?
Exactly. It was the
Come on.
forward thinking. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
You know,
Love
I
Godzilla.
always thought that probably one of the greatest movies that could ever be made was that moment when Truman is given the information, his generals are around. That'd be a great movie, and the conflict between them. Are we going to drop this? Are we
Oh,
really going
I'm
to
sure
do
it's out there
this?
somewhere.
You know, I don't think there's.
Oh
ever
man,
a
there's
movie.
so many
Where do
so
you
many
think that-
movies.
I like to. If there is a movie, somebody
Enola
please
Gay.
write us.
Enola Gay is a great movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
About them getting ready and how they had
any movies about the Indianapolis?
Yes. There is a movie about the Indianapolis, and I believe
It's called Jaws, right?
Yeah.
Great moment.
What? Cage. Nicolas Cage stars in it.
Really?
Yes, and that came out I think in about 2014 or something like
How
that.
come these aren't great movies?
Everybody applauded that movie. They said that
Really?
was yeah. So those of you who don't know, the Indianapolis went down and was under radio silence, and most of the men who went in the water that day were actually killed by sharks.
Well, I tell you what, maybe I shouldn't be watching Spider-Man.
There was great stories that came from that. Guys said, they were in the water a long time.
Yeah.
And
just watch Jaws.
there was
watch Jaws.
There was a story that I had heard, seen a man give. He said, he was in the water. He's next to his buddy, and they passed out for a little while, and he woke up and looked over, and his buddy was sleeping, and it looked like his head was getting ready to dip in the water. So he pushed him to wake him up and say, hey, check on him. And then he bobbed over, and the bottom half of him was gone.
Yeah.
Because
fish have to eat.
Fish have to eat. And because they were on radio silence, because it was during the bombing.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that the ship had went down, and we lost a lot of men to sharks. It was a terrifying event. But hey, we want to thank our sponsor today.
Just a second. Have we talked good news yet?
We got to thank our sponsor first. Then we do good news.
Oh, okay, sponsor. Oh, we have an order.
After 3 years.
We have an order. There's an order to this show?
There's always been an order to this show.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, well, let's thank our sponsor.
You think the Doom Scroller's paying attention?
No, he's not.
Got plumbing problems? Look no further than Towhead Plumbing, your local plumbing experts. Need a new faucet installed or an old one repaired? We've got you covered. Is your toilet giving you trouble? We specialize in toilet installation, replacement, and repairs. Thinking about a new garbage disposal or replacing the old one? Call us. Need a new dishwasher? We handle dishwasher installations and replacements with ease. And don't forget those outdoor hose bibs. We repair them too. For fast, reliable service, call Towhead Plumbing today at 704-813-5653. Your home deserves the best, and so do you.
Now we do good news?
We do. Are we back?
We're back.
Now we do good news.
Now we do good news. What's some good news?
Oh, man. So good news. Harry and Meghan have left the United States and have gone back to England for now.
You think that's good news?
That's great news.
I enjoy that.
But I do have. It's really good news, but it's got to be scary at the same time. So the vaccine, like what was used for COVID,
the jab.
They have found a way to use that to cure cancer in people.
Yeah.
Yes. So they have the people with melanoma. They take the tumor, program it into the shot, and give people a shot, and it attacks the cancer, kills the cancer, and the cancer doesn't come back. That is very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary, seeing with how things.
Do this. There you go.
We're buying a new camera this week.
Can we buy a new assistant?
Yes.
It's not my fault.
You don't know how to turn off autofocus?
No, it just doesn't.
Sorry, folks. Big production budget up here.
And anyways, it should be able. It'll be interesting science. It'll be interesting.
There was
science.
something about.
Let's see what happens.
Parkinson's too.
There was a thing.
Parkinson's.
Yeah, there was a thing on Parkinson's. They did a procedure to the guy, and you could see the guy's hand was just shaking real bad, and then the procedure, and you could see his hand steady in real time, and it just started shaking.
I think they were using ultrasound.
Maybe.
Yeah, whatever. But anyway,
I've only seen little bits of all this stuff because I've been so busy this week.
They, we're making with AI too. It's helping our doctors make some amazing strides in healthcare.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And yet we still
the whole thing about data centers and all this BS about data centers and how horrible and nasty they are. If you watch Netflix, if you watch any streaming service, if you have one of these, shut up.
You need
Because
it,
they are all about data centers.
Yep.
Your phones, your internet, all of it. And this whole thing about destroying water and using up all this water. Again, a study came out again and said that all the data centers in the United States right now use less water, 5% of the water used by golf courses in the United States. So shut up.
And doesn't water? Can you destroy water?
No, you can't destroy water.
Turns into steam, or it turns into
steam, and then
it
or
comes through
ice,
water again.
and just it's they're closed loop systems, people. They're not shooting it all out all over the place, and it's contaminated. Contaminated from what? Being warm? They're not going through all these chemicals.
No.
Oh, you
They just need a lot of water to be able to cool.
you let propaganda from China try to stop you from having better. You let propaganda from all these people who are going to benefit from us not doing it instead of us benefiting from doing it. It's like, oh, we can't go to space, Mark, because you know how much CO2 is let out by rockets when they try to leave the atmosphere? Oh, destroying everything. Oh, stop it. You people are dumb.
There's a lot of, I think.
And what I love is when you see,
it's just stupid.
what I love is when you see these posts on Facebook about evils of data centers, that they're all AI generated photos of things that look nothing like an actual data center. Because if you actually seen one, they don't look anything like these giant evil power plants throwing steam and smoke and everything up into the sky. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. But yeah, AI does. Do we need regulations on AI? We do, because we need to take the bias out of AI, because anybody who's ever used AI knows that it has such a leftward lurch. It wants to give you its opinion, and its opinion is always to the left, very far left. The things that it will not tell you about FBI crime statistics because it may be considered racist.
Amazing. So you have any more good news?
Nope, I'm good. I'm done. You got some? Sound like you want to talk about some.
All you have to do is mention her, and anything she did this week is good news. Sophie Cunningham, the hero of our hero, our savior, in fact.
Oh, I can't. I did see a little snippet about there is a trans basketball player playing in the female leagues over in Europe who is dominating.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I mean, just dominating. And they're wondering if that trans player who gets to play over there is going to make themselves available for the WNBA draft. Then what are you going to do? Because then it's not just two former NBA players. It's one who actually gets to play now in Europe as a woman. So what are you going to do? The WNBA has backed themselves into a corner because they can't decide what a woman is. Shock.
Amazing.
But hey, we want to thank you all for joining us today here on A Damn Good Question.
How do they get a hold of us?
How do they get a hold of us, Mark?
Well, they can email me, and please email me, mark@damngoodquestion.org.
Send him all the hate mail.
All the hate mail.
They can get us on Facebook.
The book.
The X.
Spotify. Rumble. YouTube.
Somebody asked me yesterday about Rumble. They're like, Rumble. And I'm like, if you don't know what Rumble is, it is the only platform that has never been censored. They were created during COVID because everybody was getting censored for telling the truth about COVID and deplatformed. So they were created during that so that people could get real information from real doctors and real scientists who were telling the truth.
Yeah, it's a good
including
platform.
The guy who actually invented the technology that was used in the jab. they deplatformed him and called him a kook for speaking up, saying this is not what it does.
Yeah.
And the guy's the one who invented it.
And there are so many people having some health problems because they took the shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some health issues going on right now, but I think it's because I'm not drinking enough.
Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
Did you take the shot?
No.
Me neither. Yeah. And I didn't die from COVID.
No,
I'm surprised
me too.
because I'm the demographics to die from COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I didn't.
right.
Yeah.
Well, God's got a plan.
I guess he's going to keep me going here, probably just to do this podcast.
Just to do the
He
podcast.
says, Mark, I have to have you help George do the podcast.
Somebody's got to, because
You know?
what am I going to do without you?
God is mysterious.
Yeah, what am I going to do without you?
I guess I don't know. Okay,
Right.
we're done.
Yeah, we're
Can
done.
we go home?
We want to thank everybody for joining us this week on a damn good question. And until next time, God bless. See ya.
Bye.